Now we've solved that one, I think we can move on to the next thing here, which is related to what you were saying about involving stakeholders. And that's this common objection that people in research actually give quite often, which is, oh, my stakeholders, they don't have time to get involved in research. What do you say to that?
You didn't try hard enough. And it depends on how you get involved in research. I'll give you advice. So once at Microsoft, we had a super big project, super expensive. It was like tons of shit of money. And it was a project that where stakeholders were VP level people from multiple Microsoft divisions. And Microsoft is known for not talking to each other, different teams, right? So I had to really deal with different stakeholders. And what do I do? How do you engage all of them, because they don't speak usually? So I think it was our second beer or third beer. We're having a conversation with my project teammate. I was like, okay, just what if I need to have a pilot? What if we just pilot that very expensive 3-hour interview methodology? It was really like 2.5 hour, 2.5 to 3 hour methodology mapping their ideal experience. What if I pilot with my stakeholders, right? Would I use them as a pilot so that we engage them? And what we decided, and it worked, because one person gave us his time and he loved the experience. And he told everyone, oh my God, Lara, you need to do the same exercise as all the others. I mean, they're a VP. No, I'll tell them that you need to get their exercise. So we put them through that exercise, all our 12 big stakeholders through that. We had to trim it down. Yes, my senior VP or corporate VP, he was a time corporate VP, didn't have 2.5 hours, but he gave me half an hour. Then he canceled his next meeting because he was so super engaged. So they went through the whole protocol. And guess what happened? They loved the protocol because it was really interesting discussion. It was about them, not about the product. So they got the message that the most important part of discussion, not talking about the product, talking about them as people. And what happened after that, they were eager to see the results of the study like never before. Like, oh, what is coming? How did we do? Because they're competitive. People at that level. So how did we do? Did we do as good as users did? And what happened at the end that we presented, we did analyze, we hold them as control sample. We did analyze the results and we presented the results first. We said, okay, guys, let me present your results first. You're like, I'm going to tell you about you. I asked about you, now I'm going to tell you about you. And they're, oh yeah, it's good. Now let's guess what were the user results are. Now that you have the framework, make an educated guess where you were similar to our customers, where you were different to our customers. So we played a game. We tapped into their curiosity and we played a game. Guess what the customer said. I didn't show them the pie chart graph. Like, yes, you draw me the pie chart. You draw me the pie chart I'm about to reveal to you, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. So everyone was trying to do, and when you do it in Paris, everyone was trying to do a good job because they were competing with each other once again. And then when we looked at results with our users interview, what we discovered is we have 3 main personas for the users. And our executives matched one of the personas completely. At which moment I said, fantastic, guys. I gave them a good pat on the back. Fantastic, beautiful. I don't need to do research with that persona. Whenever I have a question about that persona, I'll come to you. You are my target user. I get it, but you are 1/3 of my target users. Now shut up and listen about the rest. Okay?
So you led with some good news. So you'd learned your lesson from
exactly.
IBM.
But hey, we honestly we saved time because we didn't have to do research for that persona. I could ask my stakeholders. We cut the budget because I needed 2/3 because that. And because they felt engaged, and we actually, probably for the first time in my career, I explicitly told them, yes, you are my target audience. But one of them, right, it really tapped into that visceral psychological reaction. I am invested and I need to listen. I am a target audience and I need to listen to other target audiences.